Well, the place where the miraculous is most evident is in falling in love. Falling in love is a really interesting phenomenon. I mean, you can be the guy who marks the tires in the parking lot of the great corporation, and one day you see the daughter of the first, second, and fourth vice president go by, and you fall in love with her. And now watch what happens. Mountains are moved, coincidences occur, appointments canceled, deaths if necessary, in order to bring you together. And then you get married and are unhappily spend the rest of your life with this woman. But in the process of getting together, almost everybody experiences magic. It's almost as though the universal zeitgeist, what it's really interested in is gene matching. It's really interested in who gets horizontal with who with consequence, because that's obviously how it steers and sculpts the historical animal. It understands that the pigments of this oil painting are genes, and that the landscape is being painted with a genetic medium. So yeah, it's very interesting. But it's really important to build community. If, there's this cliche, one person with a mad idea is deluded. Two people with a mad idea is a folie à deux. Three people with a mad idea is a cult. And four people with a mad idea is a religion. And five people with a mad idea, that's reality. So it's all about building a common language so that we can talk about it and support each other as we come and go from it. Otherwise, it will always remain private, marginalized, and socially inconsequential, I think. A psychedelic point of view means a point of view which honors consciousness. Consciousness is seen as the value to be maximized. That's what we want. We want more consciousness, better integration, better information, better models. We don't want to petrify ourselves or commit ourselves to a model that somehow then is found to be obsolete and inadequate. So what chiefly constitutes the psychedelic point of view, I think, is its open-ended and provisional nature, as opposed to every other ideology or point of view that's running around. We have to, what the psychedelic point of view is a kind of cultural relativism. We're trying to get a grip on who and where we are in the cosmos from a point of view not that of the American consumerist citizen, something else, something larger, deeper, broader, more touched by the cosmic, more touched by a sense of the past and of destiny. Why are people so polite? Why are they so patient? Why are they so forgiving of gangsterism and betrayal? It's very difficult to understand. I believe it's because the dominator culture is increasingly more and more sophisticated in its perfection of subliminal mechanisms of control. And I don't mean anything grandiose and paranoid. I just mean that through press releases and sound bites and the enforced idiocy of television, the drama of a dying world has been turned into a soap opera for most people. And they don't understand that it's their story and that they will eat it in the final act if somewhere between here and the final act, they don't stand up on their hind legs and howl. The thing to get people to realize is that it's fun to be a grown-up. It's fun to pay your own bills and row your own boat and have the only key to the apartment. And I'm talking to women, I'm talking to men. We all have been infantilized into thinking we have to cut deals that we don't want to make. The marriage, the corporation, the union, the party, whatever it is, and people sell themselves terribly short. And I don't know whether this has always gone on or whether it's always gone on a little but is now getting worse. But it is a wonderful thing to take charge of your life, your finances, your spiritual destiny, your sexuality, your artistic vision, everything. And we should not cut deals. One of the things I learned at Berkeley as a radical that I've never been able to export very far in all the talking and speaking I've done is people have become entirely too polite. At Berkeley in the old days, we used to always, at the tip of our tongue, day and night, was the word bullshit. And you were to scream it at the least hint of such material coming near you. And you were to, it didn't matter, cafeteria, restaurant, classroom, when bullshit raised its head, you were to take aim and fire instantly. It's what I've come to identify as a great evil in the world, thanks to my 19-year-old son, who has brought me to this viewpoint. It's relativism. Relativism is bullshit. And what is relativism? Relativism is the idea that you really shouldn't criticize other people's ideas because all ideas are sort of on an equal footing. So, I follow molecular biology, you follow Babaji, somebody else is a Kabbalist, somebody else worships their broker, and you're supposed to not criticize. There's something which was darkness in the deep, and water without form, and there was a subtle breath, intelligent, which permeated the things in chaos with divine power. Then, when all was yet undistinguished and unwrought, there was shed forth holy light, and the elements came into being. All things were divided one from another, and the lighter things were parted off on high, the fire being suspended aloft so that it rose unto the air, and the heavier things sank down, and sand was deposited beneath the watery substance, and the dry land was separated out from the watery substance, and became solid, and the fiery substance was articulated with the gods therein, and heaven appeared with its 7 spheres, and the gods visible in starry forms with all their constellations, and heaven revolved and began to run its circling course, riding upon the divine air. And each god by his several power set forth that which he was bidden to put forth, and there came forth 4-footed beasts, and creeping things, and fishes, and winged birds, and grass, and every flowering herb, all having seed in them according to their diverse natures, for they generated within themselves the seed by which their races should be renewed. You must understand, then, that God is pre-existent and ever-existent, and that He alone made all things, and created by His will the things that are. And when the Creator had made the ordered universe, He willed to set in order the earth also,
he willed to set in order the earth also, and so he sent down man, a mortal creature made in the image of an immortal being, to be an embellishment of the divine body. For it is man's function, here it comes, the purpose of man, according to Book 4, for it is man's function to contemplate the works of God, and for this purpose he was made, that he might view the universe with wondering awe and come to know its maker. Man has this advantage over all other living beings, that he possesses mind and speech. Now speech, my son, God imparted to all men, but mind he did not impart to all. Not that he grudged it to any, for the grudging temper does not start from heaven above, but comes from being here below, in the souls of those men who are devoid of mind. This introduces the concept of an elect, or a perfecti, a hierarchy of human accomplishment and understanding. And this is also basic to Gnosticism. It's not for everyone, they're saying. It's for the pure of heart. And then what pure of heart means depends on the school you're looking at. For some, it was mathematical accomplishment. For others, it was contact with the logos. For others, it was an ability to resist the temptations of the senses. But there was always this sense of the higher and lower possibility within the human experience. Everybody with me so far? Okay, this is book 12. Now this whole cosmos, which is a great God and an image of him who is greater and is united with him and maintains its order in accordance with that will, is one mass of life, and there is not anything in the cosmos, nor has been through all time from the first foundation of the universe, neither in the whole nor among the several things contained in it, that is not alive. There is not, and has never been, and never will be in the cosmos anything that is dead. For it was the Father's will that the cosmos, as long as it exists, should be a living being, and therefore it must needs be a God also. How then, my son, could there be dead things in that which is a God, in that which is an image of the Father, in that which is one mass of life? Deafness is corruption, and corruption is destruction. How then can any part of that which is incorruptible be corrupted, or any part of that which is a God be destroyed?